tells you. And this ship is under ecliptic control. Interesting. We'll talk. Here on board, where I have my crew to back me up. Be aware that if you try anything, we will not hesitate to fire on you. You may come aboard.
Close enough. Better think twice before starting trouble. What exactly do you want here? Of course it doesn't. It belongs to the guy who paid us to return it to him. I'm sure that ain't you or whoever sent you either, so you better be ready to talk fast and choose your words carefully.
I swear, it's like I said, that's Jane's ship. I was there when she bought it.
Hey, shut up and let the adults talk. Now, where were we before this interruption? We don't make mistakes. Our employer is very reputable. This ship matches the detailed description we got. We know we've got the right one. Look, it's possible there's more to this. Maybe someone else stole it, offloaded it, and your friend bought it. Sorry, but them's the breaks. We're doing our job here. So, unless you've got something else to propose, we'll be taking this ship in. Our employer will handle the pilot. I'm not convinced this is a good idea. It might work out for you, but my client would disagree. You know, usually I deal with rough and tumble types, but I gotta admit, doing something nice for an average CV's got its appeal. You know what? Fine. I'll tell our guy the ship's gone. We get paid either way. This ain't worth the trouble. Just be extra careful out there. If my client ever finds out the truth, we may meet again, and I won't be so cordial.
Though I hate the fact that we had to strike a deal with Ecliptic, at the end of the day, you did it to help Jane. Job well done.
You can untie your pilot and let him take the damn ship. I'm done with this headache. You got guts coming here and doing what you did. I respect that. Don't push it.
Thanks. I thought that was gonna be it for me. I can't believe you worked out that deal. Jane's gonna be happy to get her ship back. They said they'd been looking for this ship for months, ever since it was reported stolen. I don't know who it belonged to, but they clearly wanted it back bad enough to call them Mercs, not Sysdef. Must have had some way of tracking it. Followed me from Mars until we were nowhere near Sysdef, I guess? Or just my own bad luck. Yeah, good call. I guess I'll stay here with these guys until their ship returns, and I'll meet you back at Jane's.
Come on, do what you have to do. Stop messing around and get out of here.
It's good to be back on board. picked up something you might be interested in. Ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own? Still looks like you have someone else who needs you first. Things for you. Used to think I was Vanguard material.
Peace be with you.
Watch out for the robots.
Hope everything went
They're
well.
surprisingly sneaky.
So what happened? Who took it? It was stolen? Oh, jeez. I guess it really was too good to be true when I bought it. Anyway, I'm super glad you found my ship and saved Eric. It's more than I could have hoped. I'm glad I asked you instead of relying on Sistef. I never would have seen the Berry Mule again if I did that. You've done me a real solid here. There's really nothing I can do to fully repay you for what you did. Here's what I can afford to pay you. And on top of that, I'll see what I can do to lower the price of anything you want to buy from me. Thanks again.
Hey, let me know if we're going to head into the well, so I can watch your back.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
I've flown across multiple solar systems almost as soon as and yet...
I really loved it. Never a dull day in the big city. What? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I wasn't expecting this since Chris can't visit this year. How's Chris doing? Is he okay? You're right. I need to start trusting what he says more. It's just that he's so far away, and we don't know if he's okay. Well, there I go again. I'll read his letter and see how he's doing. Thank you so much for bringing these to me. Here, take this for your trouble. Until next time.
picked up something you might be interested in.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Welcome to Titan. You are cleared to land in New Homestead.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Welcome to New Homestead. Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit. Feel free to look around, but don't touch.
Interesting. The last thing I stumbled across at this type of thing. Might be worth a look around. Careful. There are some dangerous areas around here that are not part of any tours.
It's so cold here. It's one thing to learn about early colony life. It's another to experience it.
Hello.
Sure would be nice to get off-world sometime.
Someone's got to talk to Joyce about these brownouts.
The elders say that preserving our tradition is so important, but I keep hearing such wonderful things about other worlds. Ah, someone new. Are you a tourist, or have you just moved to New Homestead? Well, there's lots to learn. You can always feel free to try one of the historical tours, or ask the locals about life here. I'm fascinated by the other worlds in the settled systems. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Oh, wonderful. What's New Atlantis like? Oh, that's disappointing. It seems so exciting from all I've heard. It must be a matter of personal taste, then. I wonder if I'd like it. Maybe someday I'll get up the nerve to visit myself. Do you mind if I ask you another question? Thanks. I promise not to take too much of your time. Is the Freestar Collective as lawless as I've heard? Really? That sounds nice, but what happens if there's a dispute? Who settles it? Do people really just take the law into their own hands at that point? Can people be trusted to do the right thing? Gosh, I'm sorry, you don't need to answer all of that. I'm just so fascinated by it all. Is it okay if I change the subject? Oh, thank you. Are there really planets full of plants, fresh air, and water? I've read about them. It seems incredible, doesn't it? I've only ever known Titan, and it's always so cold and drab. I've always dreamed of visiting one to breathe the air, feel the warmth of its sun, but my husband is reluctant to leave our home. Can I ask you something else? Oh, thank you. Is space travel as exciting as it seems? Well, you've convinced me that I simply must go sometime. Most of us here have never left the surface of New Homestead. It's a point of pride among many people, but I've always been curious. Those are all the questions I have at the moment. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day for me.
Hello. I'm not really supposed to talk with tourists, but I kind of want to anyway. And I don't think my papa is paying attention. You're not going to tell him, are you? Oh, thank you! I promise it'll be fun. I like talking to tourists. I get to learn so much about everywhere else, and they get to learn about here. Now what should we talk about? Not really. There's some, though. Most are around my age. We all go to school in the same room. I don't know. I've never been to any other schools. We mostly learn about the history of the solar system and Earth and stuff like that until we get old enough to go on our learning vacation. That's when we get to leave to go to school somewhere else for a few years, or travel and visit other worlds, try out jobs and stuff. Oh, I can't wait. My mama says it's because he thinks we'd up and leave if we found out about the rest of the worlds out there. But I keep telling him, I love it here, and I love him, and I would never leave him. He doesn't believe it. He says the kids almost always want to leave when they grow up. But not me. Nope. I just want to visit somewhere else. Maybe. I think it's pretty fun. And I get to be around my mama and my papa all day, so that's cool. They say we all have to work a little, because it takes all of us to make the community work, just like on Earth a really, really, really long time ago. Someday, I think it'd be cool to see other places and do other things, but this is fine for now. Let me know if you have any other questions.
Lots of history here, if you're into that sort of thing.
Papa, you're always talking about how important it is to preserve our traditions. But why do we have to farm? How is that part of our tradition?
Some of us are quite happy with our lives here. We don't need tourists distracting us with their flights of fancy. I overheard you speaking to my wife, Mara, filling her head with ideas about picking up and leaving home. You got anything to say for yourself? That's what I thought. Now, I'd appreciate if you keep your nonsense to yourself. I don't expect you to understand why it's important our people stay here and keep our traditional way of life. It's not. Thank you for realizing that. I'm sure you didn't mean anything by it, so we're good. You have yourself a day.